today. From the Superdome in New Orleans,
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Lance now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. From the gun, it's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Big completion there on 3rd and short keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Shotgun now for Lance. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, he'll find Thielen, work in the middle. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To the air again with Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 41-yard punt there with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. The Lance going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket? I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. On third down, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Again, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning. Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Winston. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and they think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down. Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down. First down, Winston.
Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Winston now. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Winston. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
First opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Jameis again. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Yeah, they've disrupted already for 3 INTs. Throwing, Winston. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. To return is McKenzie. And he'll be out right at the 35. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He's been pretty quiet here in the second quarter. They've got the lead. That's the good news. But you think they get him more involved going forward?
I think that they do, and that's what they always want to do because he's such a priority and he's such a big-time playmaker. But sometimes defenses take that away, and they've been able to find another way to get it done themselves.
Yeah, they absolutely have. They're winning. And look at the scoreboard right now. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Second and 9. Now Winston. That's taken in by Callaway. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Working with a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun. Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Jameis now on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Winston now to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though.
As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Christian McCaffrey with a couple of touchdowns there. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Kamara now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised about a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
We dominate today.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll buy some time. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. Kamara now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And this one's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Lance looking to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now here's a carry heading left. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 16, Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Niners on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Kamara now to return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. To throw is Winston. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The first down throw for Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14 to throw Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Demario Davis there on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Lance going to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many